Niobe Labs has finally, after many days, been cleared thanks to a much more clear code from Bungie, which they revealed very recently. But the Niobe Labs event is still a somewhat difficult event, even with all of the codes, even if the rewards of an exotic ghost and emblem aren't exactly getting people jumping out of their seats. Today, I'm going to show you how to clear this event. First off, your entire team is going to need the Kinetic Bow, the Spiteful Fang from Izanami Forge, the Arc Sniper Tatara Gaze from Gofanon, and the Void Machine Gun Hammerhead from Volundir. These are from the powerful frames that you can make from Ada when offered. You don't need to use all of them at once. Each person should have one of 3 of them equipped. You'll also need additional elemental weapons for the final stage. Before we begin, I, and I'm sure most of the community, would like to thank the entire Raid Secrets Discord and subreddit for piecing together the final code. Send all of your love towards them. I'm just explaining what to do. To even start the event, you need to do a series of code activations in Niobe Labs. Around the room are many symbols only visible through the scopes of certain weapons, the bow, the sniper, and the machine gun. The bow's main position will be in the bottom right section of the room, facing towards the middle. The sniper's position will be in the bottom mid-left section of the room, facing towards the middle. And the machine gun's position will be in the top middle section of the room, facing back towards the entrance. Linked in the description are images of the various symbols for each weapon. It's going to be much easier to just look at pictures as opposed to me having to explain every single one of them. If you're aiming a machine gun, you can only see the machine gun symbols. If you're aiming a sniper, you can only see the sniper, etc., etc. As for loadouts to bring, if you're using the sniper or machine gun for the puzzles, you're not really going to want to switch those too much because you're going to lose your ammo. In terms of power weapons, I've seen lots of things work. Machine guns, Whisper of the Worm. You're not really too limited here. You have some options, especially because this event actually drops ammo pretty well. In terms of subclass selection, Well of Radiance is really good. Tether's really good. Hallowfire Heart Sunbreakers are really good here. Generally speaking, buffs and debuffs are really good, but you can roll with almost any kind of group and be alright. To start the Niobe Labs sequence, there are 3 steps. The first step is to shoot the rock symbol, the wind symbol, and the fire symbol quickly in that order. For those interested in why these are the answers to the codes, I may make a video on that, but it will take a while to explain everything, so that video might not come for a little while. I would check out the post in the description if you want to read up on those answers right now. The second step is to input 3 longer sequences. Everyone can do their own sequence at the same time. There is no order. For the Spiteful Fang bow user, stand on the sun, or solar grenade looking thing, and shoot the paper, trees, water, and rose in that order. Then stand on the wind symbol and shoot the paper 2 times. For the sniper user, first stand on the tiger and shoot the fish, which is another symbol on the ground, then the lotus, then the temple. Next, stand on the dragon and shoot the gateway, the rabbit, the bamboo, and then the temple in that order. Then, you're going to stand on fish and shoot the lotus. For the Hammerhead machine gun, stand on moon and shoot the following in this order: T plus H R E B F L U plus. When this step is done correctly, you will hear another ding noise. The third step is for the bow user to shoot the water 3 times. That's it. After you get that final ding, you can activate the actual mission by going under the main platform and starting it up. In Niobe Labs, you will need to complete 7 waves of progressively more difficult situations while also punching in key codes in order to move to the next wave. The first few phases are pretty simple, but combat-wise, things will ramp up, and if you're not organized, you will run into some problems. here are some rules that you'll need to know about. Number 1. If a boss character or multiple bosses have any shield drones at all enemies in the room will be immune until those shield drones are removed. The shield drones will respawn if the boss does not take damage for a few seconds. It works just like the Forge bosses. Number 2. Any major yellow health bar non-boss enemies will continuously spawn enemies while they are alive. So, if you have a yellow health bar Shank alive, then Shanks will keep spawning until the major is killed. And number 3. Servitors will spawn walls that block off parts of the room. If blocked for too long, this will likely result in a failure, but we'll explain servitors more in the level breakdown. The first wave features Civics and some Shanks. All you need to do is bring Civics to 1/3 health and he will disappear. You'll kill the Shanks and any remaining enemies that spawn, just some Vandals and a major Shank spawn on the upper level where you came in, just kill them off. You'll see your goal on the left side of the screen change when it's time to enter the codes. You'll also hear a sound effect. The first lock is solved by the machine gun user. Step on the hand symbol on the floor and type in the word butterfly. Sometimes if you go too fast, it won't work, so just pace yourself accordingly. The second wave features a bunch of major enemies, a Dreg, a Shank, and a Marauder, so just kill them quickly. You'll also have a couple of mines to defuse as well. Nothing special about these though, just stand in the circle until they're gone. The second lock requires the machine gun and sniper players to do a sequence. Machine gun stands on the hand symbol and shoots the fire and then the storm cloud. Then the sniper stands on fish and shoots rabbit, then lotus. The sniper can be standing on the fish just waiting until the machine gun is done. You don't need to stand on it after the machine gun is done. The third wave features our first servitor, spawning a wall, splitting the room top and bottom. Killing the servitor removes this wall, but if you're not careful, the servitor can sometimes move itself to the other side of the wall, resulting in your team just standing around waiting for it to teleport. And sometimes it'll never teleport. If it doesn't teleport, just try to break line of sight, although if it is close to the wall, sometimes punching it will work. Anyway, for this wave, you can position yourselves on either side of the wall, but just try not to be near the servitor when it first spawns in. If you're too close to a servitor as it spawns in, it'll lock onto you, and if you're on the wrong side of where the wall spawns, you might have to 1v1 it, or worse, you'll lead it to where nobody can shoot it. Kill the servitor quickly, because you'll have a named major spawn in shortly after. Kill that named major, and then just clear out the room. The third lock requires all players to stand on a symbol and then shoot a symbol at the same time. Machine gun will stand on the filled-in star symbol and shoots at fire. The bow will stand on wind and shoot the water. And the sniper stands on dragon and shoots the bamboo. Just count this one down, 3, 2, 1, shoot. The fourth wave has another servitor, but the wall is placed in a different orientation, splitting the room left and right. The same servitor rules apply. If uninfluenced, the servitor should float towards the left side of the room if you're facing the forge doorway. However, this wave has some mines to defuse. A will be on the right, B will be on the left, and C will be in the middle. So, you can have everyone go to the same side for the servitor, but if you don't kill the servitor fast enough or the servitor goes to the wrong side, a mine will blow up and you're all gonna die. Splitting 2 and 1 is fine, 2 servitor and then 1 not. You'll also have a major Shank and Vandal in the back of the room, with the Vandal being really high up and really annoying to shoot, so bring a sniper. The fourth lock requires the machine gun player to spell the word fly while jumping. Hit the letters while you're in the air, and that's it. The fifth wave is the double major big Shank wave with a major Dreg and Marauder. This room doesn't have a whole lot to it other than just murder everything in the room. Ideally, you'll kill the shield bots on both servitors so you can kill Vandals, while also keeping damage on both big Shanks so that they don't regen those bots. Then, finish off the Dreg and the Marauder. You'll also have a mine to defuse, which comes with its own set of 4 shield drones, which need to be destroyed first. You can melee all shield drones, by the way. It makes killing them pretty easy, and that works on any target. The fifth lock requires a very long sequence to be input, with all players getting involved. The code is on the screen now. A, T, bamboo, paper, water, trees, gateway, rabbit, L, R, gateway, lotus, S, D, lotus, rose, heart. Just need to go in that order, there's no tricks. The 6th wave is a double servitor, double boss room. The room will be split into thirds, left, middle, and right, with both servitors spawning in the middle, a boss on the left and then a boss on the right. Essentially, you want your entire team in the middle towards the front of the area when the servitors spawn in, as to not influence their movement. Then you want to kill them as fast as possible so you can break the walls, because you're going to have completely immune adds harassing you the entire time. Try to quickly damage both of the servitors, because if one is ignored, it has a chance of teleporting away. Once both servitors are dead, focus one boss at a time while removing the shields of both so that you can kill shanks. You'll also have a major shank by the forge doorway. The 6th lock requires all players to use a bow, so switch to a bow. Everyone piles on the butterfly symbol plate and shoots trees at the same time. That's it. Shockingly enough, the 7th wave is definitely the hardest room. In this sequence, you will have 2 servitors spawn, one in the top right and one in the bottom left, with them splitting the room into 4 squares. In the top left is a big shank, in the bottom right is civics. In the top right section, but under the platform and under the stairs, will be a shield drone mine to defuse shortly into the wave, with another mine spawning in the bottom left. You will also have a major shank and vandal. The shank will be up high in the back. Finally, if not equipped, the bow player needs to equip an arc weapon, the machine gun player needs to equip a solar weapon, and the sniper player needs to equip a void weapon. Any weapon will work, but I've just been telling people to equip Black Armory forge weapons. The top right servitor will remove the horizontal wall and the other servitor the vertical. Either way, you're going to have a situation where someone needs to solo a servitor. This is likely to be a Well of Radiance warlock with something like Iklos or Whisper, or both. They can solo either one, doesn't matter which one. The other 2 players need to kill the other servitor. I've done runs where one person solos the top right and then 2 kill the big shank and then the other servitor. I've done it where 2 go top right and 1 bottom left. Basically any order will work. It just depends on your team composition and your weapons and your ammo and just your skill. Keep the mines in your mind as well, especially as the solo player, since those will spawn around the time where you're finishing up the servitors. If possible, try to focus fire at least one of the majors early on to get them out of the way, the major vandal or shank. Civics will likely be your last kill due to his health pool, and you deal with him the same way that you did in wave 1, only this time he only has 2 shield drones. The annoying part here will be dealing with all of the adds, since they're going to be immune for quite a long time. Here's a full run of the stage in action.
Keep spamming.
Actually... Got new melt coming up.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll be right there, Maddie. Keep his shields off if you can.
get it off. Just for a little while longer.
Okay. Got one more shot at this. Dang it. Coming to you, Maddie.
Shields are off.
Okay.
I got the Marauder.
Okay, we're going for the shank.
I'm up there.
Okay. The 7th code requires everyone to input their own sequences. They can be done at the same time. However, this time, the sniper player needs to hit their targets with a void gun, the machine gun player with a solar gun, and the bow with an arc gun. This is why I said to switch. So you use your main weapon to locate the targets that you need to hit, and then switch weapons and hit them with the correct element. If you have memorized the locations, you can skip the location part. You don't need to highlight the symbols at all, you just need to shoot them. I'll explain what needs to happen, but you're much better off checking out the pictures in the description made by Keycode Gaming. The machine gun player needs to hit the following sequence in order with the solar gun while standing on the hand symbol. Plus U, L, F, B, E, R, H, plus T. The bow user needs to stand on butterfly and hit trees and paper, then stand on sun and hit heart, heart, trees, wings, all with arc. The sniper user needs to stand on tiger and hit fish, lotus, temple, then stand on dragon and hit gateway, rabbit, bamboo, temple, all with void in that order. Now let me make something super clear. If you are the sniper user, when you go to shoot fish, the very first thing, you really need to watch for the particle effect that normally happens when you shoot symbols and make sure it is appearing over the fish. Since you're so close to other symbols, it is possible to hit the fish but not have the hit register as actually hitting the fish since you're so close. So please watch to make sure that the effect is happening above the fish and not something else. Try shooting somewhat shorter or closer than usual instead of right on the money. I guarantee that if you don't know why you're not getting this to work, it is because of that or some other minor user error. When inputted correctly, the forge will open, you'll get a ghost and an emblem, and you'll be done. Thoughts and opinions and all that will be another video, seeing this one has gone on for a very long time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.